So, hello everyone.
Good morning, Sarah.
Morning, Sarah.
Morning. Let's start by reciting Namo Dasa 3 times. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So before studying the Gāthā, so we should know the structure of the Gāthā. So that is why here some short note on the type of Gāthā. So so here also last week we already learned some information about the structure of the Gāthā or prosody. So okay, that is just roughly studying. So often here important one is so here two types of system. The first one is Vodi Chanda, so syllable meter, and the second one is a measure meter or moral meter. So now so the first one is Vodi Chanda syllable meter. So in that system, so based on the syllables or 3 syllables together will be considered as a one gana or one group or one bar. So to understand that one, we need to know the 8 types of bar, 8 types of gana here. So that one also I introduced. So related to that one, traditionally in Myanmar, I don't know in other Buddhist country, in Myanmar, so we recite this one to understand the sign for the Bhagana. So here Bula Mi. So Bu is loud sound, loud voice. That is why so the number 2 stands for the Bu. And La is short, Mi also short. So the sign for Bhagana is we remember Bula Mi. Based on that we can check. So we can remember that sign for the Bhagana. So Bula Mi. And the Na Siba is for the Nagana. Na also short one, Si also short one, Ba also short one. That is sign for the Nagana. So that is here 3 short ones. So Na Si Ba. So the same way, when most of Myanmar monks or nuns or samanera also, when we learn the chanda, so firstly we need to recite these kind of poem. So Bulami Nasiba Yadinsa Mabonje Jane Pu Suliswa Ramija da Asa. So Bulami, based on the sound of that one, so Bulami is time for the Bhagana, Nasiba is time for the Na Yadinsa. So in this way, so if it is difficult to remember the sign for the 211 or 111, 122 and so on are very difficult to remember because they are more similar. So that is this way is maybe easy for you. So Bulami Nasiba Yadinsa Mabonje Janebu Suli Swa Ra Mi Jet That Asa. Okay, these are so a kind of a sign for those 8 ganas or 8 bar. Okay, actually, so at the very beginning of this lecture, I told you we will learn the Uraga Vaga, the first Vaga of the Sutta Nibbāda. But unfortunately, in Uraga Vaga, most of stanzas are very how to say so high level structure of the that way. So that one will make us difficult to understand. So that is why I need to choose the Buddha Gāthā or Vittu Gāthā, the last chapter of the Sutta Nibbāda Parayana Vagga. So in that Vittu Gāthā, so all of forms of those stanzas are based on the, these types of Buddha stanza, Buddha type. So after understanding, after learning that Buddha types, so you, all of you will be familiar with the, type of the Buddha stanza. So Buddha stanza also actually very easy. So the most easiest one in the structure of the stanza or poet Pāli poem. So that is why we should choose that Vittu Gāthā also. So here, shown on the Vittu type, Buddha Gāthā types. So here, the first rule. So 8 syllables in each line. So basically, so 4 lines in one stanza. 4 lines in one stanza, basically. Four lines in one stanza, mostly. Okay, so 8 syllables in each lines. So all of those 4 lines will have in each, 8 syllables. So that is general rule. And also after 4 syllables, so in each line, there will be yagana. So yagana here, if you remember, so ya, sa. So 1 to 2. 1 to 2 structure will be, so 1 is short or light syllable, 2 is group or heavy syllable. Okay, so all of the 4 lines after the 4 syllables, there will be ya, kana. So that is, we call the, Buddha Gāthā. That is very basic for the Buddha type. And also another one, so there will be 4 lines in one stanza and also 8 syllables in each line. Okay, so the one also the same as former one. But after 4 syllables, in the first line here, 4 lines, there are 4 lines. First line and that line after 4 syllables, there will be yagana. But in the second and fourth line, there will be jagana. So that is called the Bhattaya Buddha. So to remember that one, so we call the yaja and the Bhattaya Buddha. In this way, we remember yaja Bhattaya Buddha. In first line ya, second line ja, that line ya, fourth line ja. So in this way. Okay, and also based on these 2 types, so any other stanza is called the Vibhula. So in the here, second line and the fourth line, there will be jagana, but in the that line, instead of the ya, so we can insert these one of them, ma or na or ba or ja or sa or ra or da, 7 lines except the ya. So that is called the Vibhula. Okay, that is what that is. So name is not so important, but type is important. Based on those structure, so that is here, short one we can say. So ma, ja, and the ma, ja. So Vibhula or Vibhula, maja, Vibhula. So instead of ma, we can put naja, Vibhula, baja, Vibhula, jaja, Vibhula, and so on. So these are, short note on the water type. Okay. So based on this structure, So we will learn the first stanza of the Vuttu Gāthā of the Parayana Vagga. I hope you have already the text file shared by the Pāḷi Punya Jari. So the first stanza is here. So Kosalana Buddha Rama. So Agama Dekina Batam. And also Again Jinya Bataya no Brahmano Manda Baragu. So here we can analyze, Ko 1 syllable, Sa 1 syllable, La 1 syllable, and the Nam also 1 syllable, and the Bu 1 syllable, Ra 1 syllable, and the Ram 1 syllable, and the Ma 1 syllable. So we can count. So Ko 1, Sa 2, La 3, Nan 4, Bu 5, Ra 6, Ram 7, and Ma 8. So this is first line. That is here comma. Okay, we can type in this way. So this is line A. And this is line B. And line C and line D. So, okay, see when we learn the Gāthā, so to understand the meaning is not so difficult because most of the Pāli canon are already translated into English or to any other language also. So that is based on those translations, so we can understand the meaning. But why those scholars translate in this way? Okay, that one also important. And so sometimes for one information there can be one or more words, but why did the Buddha or the author choose this word? Okay, and also sentence structure in the Gāthā also a little bit complicated if we don't know the structure of the stanza. If we don't know prosody, that is why if we learn the Gāthā in Pāli perspective, I mean not just in perspective of meaning, in Pāli perspective. So that is that we need to know the prosody. So based on the prosody, what order can be moved backward or forward? Okay, so that is why the prosody also important, and also choosing of a word also important. So that is why here so here Kosalanam Buddha. So Kosalanam Buddha Rama in the original text. Kosalanam Buddha Rama. So the Buddha is city. Kosalana is the Kosala region or Kosala country. So actually, so many cities in the Kosala region, Kosala country, but here Buddha refers to the capital city of the Kosala region or Kosala country. So that is Savatthi. It is Savatthi. So that is here Kosalana Buddha Rama Buddha. Instead of the Savatthi Do or Savatthi Sama. So from the Savatthi also okay, but based on the poetry structure, so here needs a more syllable. So here Savatthi Do is only Savatthi Do, 4 syllables, but here Kosa La Nan Bu Ra 6 syllables. So that is instead of Savatthi. Saudi city. So in this way, choosing of a word, also we can understand. And also, complicated verb form also we can see. Only in stanza we can see such a verb form. In paragraph type like the Samanyapala Soda or Brahmajala Soda, we cannot see. Rarely. Maybe a few or some place we can see. So, okay, based on that structure, so now we can analyze. So here 8 syllables in the first line. So here go is, okay, instead of go, we can put to 2, and sa is 1, and also la is 2, and also nan also 2. That is here, go sa la nam. Here one part. So here in each 4 lines, 8 syllables you can see, go sa la nam, bura rama. So after 4 syllables, so here which one we can find? So bu is 1, ra is 2, ram also 2, ma also 2. Okay, here, so after the 4th syllable, what is it? 1 to 2. 1 to 2, you see? 1 to 2. So 1 to 2 is yagana. 1 to 2 is yagana. So okay, to understand. So ya de sat. Okay, that is the first line. In the second line, see agama dekina batan. So in this way we can check here. So a is 1, ka also 1, ma is 2. Okay, and so dekina batan, dark. So one syllable is actually dark, and a key na batan. So dark is 2. And the after here, so 4 syllable already, dark. And so ki na ba. And the ki is singular. Na is it's not singular, short, light syllable. And the na is 2, ba is 1, and the tam is heavy syllable. So here also after the 4th syllable, so what is it? So this is ja ne bu. So jagana. Here we have the ya. Here we have the ja. Okay, jagana. Oh, why too far? And also here also to gain 2, and jan also 2, nyan also 2. After 4th syllable, gain jin nyan, 4th syllable. So here, but. Two, and the ta 1, but te are no. Yas, 2. And in no also 2. After fourth syllable here. It is so ra, mi, and the jet. So ragana. And here, so bra also 2. And hama. So here bra and hama. So it should be bra hamano. 1, 2. And the man also 2. So after that, so man we finish. So da and the ba and the ra and gu. So that is ja, ne, and the book. So that is jagana. So based on that one here, so the first line is yagana. The second line is jagana, you see. So yaja. Yaja is the part of the, Bhattaya Vutta. Here you see, ya, the first line ya, the second line ja, that is here Bhattaya Vutta. So that is why, this is Bhattaya Vutta structure. The first line is Bhattaya. First line and second line is so Bhattaya Vutta. Or Siloka Bhattaya also in the, the Banuriva Ananda Jyotik books, Siloka Bhattaya. And its second one is here. Third line is Ra and fourth line is Ja. That is based on this one, you see. Vibhula. So in the first line, sorry. No, not this one. So mine notice. So first line or third line is, so first line or third line is here Ragana, and the fourth line is Jagana. So that is why this is the Vibhula. We call the Vibhula. So that's based on the under that construction, the syllable is important to both. So that is here Kosala Nam Buddha Rama and the Agama Dekina Batan. So Akin Jam Bhattaya No. So here Kosala, instead of Sawati to Kosala Nambura. So to understand that one in the commentary here, Kosala Nambura di so Kosala da Nagara. So Sawati do the word and hodi. It means Sawati. You see here, Sawati do the word and hodi. So we can understand Sawati. But instead of Sawati, based on the number of syllables or in that, poetic structure, so Kosala Nambura instead of Sawati do. So the same way here, Akin Jinyan is here, Akin Jinyan di Akin Jana Bawon. Akin Jana Bawon. The meaning of Akin Jana Bawon. So that is Brigha Ubakarana, we will can the water hodi. Okay, the meaning of Akin Jinyan. Okay, so based on that one here, we can see, so sentence type. Okay, so now we already analyzed this one in the word. So now we can translate. So now we know the structure. So after that, so Kosalana Bura Rama. So to the meaning, to understand the meaning, so the verb is here agama. So in Pāli, the sentence type is mostly subject, object, verb type. Subject, object, verb type, the sentence structure. So, but here, this is stanza, that is that rule will be broken here. Will not follow that rule. So, here, verb is agama. Agama. So, agama is, rugam. So, past tense, that past in singular. Hayatani, ijatani, or parauka. So, this is hayatani. But because of past tense before the rule, so is inserted. That is agama. So, that past in singular. So, he went. Rugam to go, he went. So here, who is he? We need to find the subject. So who is he? So in Pāli, so subject is with the nominative case. Subject is expressed by the nominative case. So that is that we need to find the nominative case word. So here, Bhattaya no. So nominative case sign. So in and in or, but in other endings, so e, u, and so on. So here, Bhattayano also nominated case. And Brahmano also nominated case. So Manda Baragu also nominated case ending. So which one is subject? One of them is subject, the rest are subject modifier. Okay. One of them is subject, the rest are subject modifier. So, Bhattayano is here, ano. An. So, present participle. Present participle, so, and, mana, ana. So, one of present participle. So, Bhattayano. So present participle is naturally adjective, basically adjective. So that is not subject. Maybe subject modifier can be. And the manda baragu. So manda is Veda or mandras. So baragu is who is perfect. Who is perfect? So manda baragu. Who is perfect in mandras? So the one also adjective form naturally. So they are subject modifier. So that is a Brahman or Abrahamin is subject. So Abrahamin went. So what type of Brahmin? Bhattayano. Bhattayano is a present participle form of the bhatteti. 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 And the so
Bhatteti means desires.
wish or desire, yes. Yes. So bhatteti or bhattayati. Bhattaya and the present participle suffix are ana. So who desire or desiring, wishing, present participle. So okay, Abrahamin, who desires, who wish, what? Now you know basically so agama is main verb, and the bhattayano also a kind of the verb we can see here. So bhattayano present participle modified to the Brahmano. Okay, but the important one. So agama is went. Went where? So object is necessary here. Went where? Where did he went? Did he go? Where did he go? So object is Dakina Batan. Dakina Batan. Dakina is southern, Bata is land. So southern land. So actually here, you know, basic structure of the Pāļi is, so before the verb, subject, there will be subject, and in the middle, there will be object. But based on that structure, so here we change it, Brahmano. So in this sentence, verb, object, subject, changing to the, here, verb, object, okay, subject. Change it, that one. So in this way we can change, but please remember this one. So subject word, we can put very far from the verb. Subject word, we can move from afar the verb. So that here in the second line, subject agama, but verb agama, but subject is in the fourth line, very far in the sentence structure. So what about object? Cannot put object from afar the above, very far from the above. So object word, we need to put as much as it is close to the above. So object word and the verb, as much as closely, we need to put. Why? So object is what the accusative case, you see. In Pāļi, object word is expressed by the accusative case ending. But accusative case has not only a function of the object, but also above or any other functions. So that is why, so here, accusative case which express the object. So that word, so we can find in a place very close to above, before above, immediately before above, or immediately after above. So here above is agama, so dekina batan is object. But if accusative case expressed the above or the other sense, maybe, far from the above. Okay, this one is important one. Please note that. So if accusative case express the object, that object word we can find immediately before above or immediately after above in the structure, in the stanza. So that is why, because of stanza, because of the metric rule, maybe after or before we can change, but closely to the above. So agama dekina batan. So that is important. Okay, so Abraham wishing he went to Southern Island. And also another modifier is here, Manda Badagu. Abraham who is excellent or who is perfect in mantra and wishing what? Wishing also, Bhattiyadi wish something, desire something. So that is also, translated verbs. There will be object word here. Arkanjinyan. So that is object word. So if verb is here, Bhattaya mano, Bhattaya no. Okay, so let's try to change it. So Dekina Batan is in the fourth line. Arkanjinyan is in the first line. So verb is here, two types, agama and Bhattaya. Agama or object of the Bhattaya man, Bhattaya no, or Dekina Batan also object of the word. So we may confuse. That is why, so Dekina Batan is object of the agama. That is when before agama or the immediately after agama we can put. The same way here, Arkanjinyan is object of the Bhattaya no. That is why we can put that again, or we can find that Arkanjinyan before the Bhattaya no or after Bhattaya no, immediately. So that is here, agama, Dekina Batan, or Arkanjinyan Bhattaya no. So we cannot confuse, we can understand easily. And the same way here, Kosalana Buddha Rama. Kosalana Buddha. So went to Southern Island. From where? From here or from where? So Buddha, from a city. From a city. So from which city? What type of city? Kosalana Buddha. From a city of the Kosala region or Kosala countries. And so what type of city? Rama. Rama means delightful or enjoyable. Okay, so Rama is modified to the Buddha. So in Pāli also, if we have the single adjective, modifier and noun, so adjective plus noun structure. But here change noun plus adjective structure. So Rama, instead of Rama, Buddha, here Buddha, Rama. Kosalana, Buddha, Rama. From a city of from the delightful city of the Kosalana. That is Savatthi. So in this way, Pāli structure is based on the subject-object verb, but in the stanza based on the structure of poetic system, we can change, but we cannot put the object word very far from the verb. Very far from its relative verb. So immediately before that verb or only before above or after above we can change it. So instead of object verb object. You can see. Not to avoid confusion. So, okay, here arcane jinyan. Arcane jinyan is derived from the na and the gain jana. And another is the ya suffix or near suffix. So because of that one, firstly, na to the R change, not change to the R. And also here, final one is drop. So we have the na ya and the na ya to the nya. Okay, so in this way, we have the arcane jenya. So Kenjana is the descendant of the Kenji. Kenji is something. So but here negative na is not something. So that means nothing. But here this suffix is bawa suffix. That is why bawa is for the abstract noun state of being something or shape. So that is why in commentary, so Argentinian is explained by the Argentinian Bawa. So here you see Bawa. So that means this nya comes from the na ya. Ya is Bawa suffix or suffix for the abstract noun. So nothingness. So desiring nothing. Desiring nothing. So now roughly we can translate. A Brahmin so perfect in mantras Saranade and went from the delightful city of Kosala to the southern island. Okay, just that Abrahamic perfect in mantras, desiring nothing. So went from the delightful city of the Kosala to the southern island. So delightful Sawati also, delightful Sawati city, but here Kosala and Buddha Rama. So Agama went. So Dekina Batan. So to the southern island. So Agajana Batyamano Abraham no Manda Baragu. So in this stanza, to understand it, as a simple sentence structure, we can change it. So Argentinian. So Bhattaya no. And the Manta Baragu. So Brahmano. So Kosala Nan Rama Pura. So Dekina Batan Agama as a simple sentence structure in this way. So subject is Brahmano, and also subject modifier is here Manda Baragu and the Batayano, but Argentina is object of the Batayano. And also Agama is above. Dekina Batan is object word. Here Bura is ablative case. Like the Bura is neuter gender. So Buran, Bura ni. But here, so instead of Bura Sama, Bura Ma, because of so limitation of the syllable, number of syllables in the stanza, instead of Bura Sama, Bura Ma, just Bura. Okay, Rama. So in this way. So to understand the stanza thoroughly,
Sayadaw, may I ask you a question on the word Akinchenyang? Could you please go back to your Atakata and because you mentioned the nya there indicate the abstract.
Now suffix.
So and also Akinchana Bawang here. Also, the word Bawang here does it mean anything? Should we translate it as like the state of something?
Yes, state of something.
Exactly.
Yes,
so if they desire nothing, it is confused me that this Brahmin doesn't want anything materially.
yes. So that not desiring. So he is perfect, excellent in the mantra. So in at the ancient time, so that is why. So he is worthy to be worshipped, worthy to be honored by even the king, but he doesn't want anything from the even a king or in the other. So that is here Barigaha. Barigaha means any kind of the support or honor. Ubakarana. Ubakarana also any kind of support. So he already learned every mantras. That is he is excellent. He is very excellent in the mantra. So that it is the time so to accept the honor by even the king. But he doesn't want anything. That is he left that city and moved to another way, another place.
Thank you. That's clear. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. Okay. Any other question about this?
So Sayadaw,
Okay.
in the same word, because here is according to commentary, Aginjana is also Aginjana. Can we instead with the Agajana, we use Akajana there in the Gāthā?
Aginjana, you mean?
Yes.
So yes, can, but here, so okay. So three types of the so abstract noun suffix. Gāthā. And the Naya. Here, indicatory letter na you see. So this is actually that one. Because of that indicatory letter na, commonly, so the vowel at the beginning of a word change to the wodi or diga, long one. So that is here again jinyan. actually come from the na.
I see. I thought it's maybe because of Gāthā it become noun.
No, not that one.
Sayadaw,
Okay.
could you please go to the other notes, short notes on what's that type? Yeah, so you have like 3 parts there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then the last one.
Okay.
So are they like 3 different types?
Yes. So the first one is Vutta. The second type is Bhattaya Vutta. The last one is Vibula.
So just Vibula, it's not Vibula Vata.
Not Vibula Vutta, just Vibula.
Okay. And then now for this, the stanza that we're studying, so there are like 4 lines.
Yes.
Then according to our analysis, then AB is the Bhattaya Vata. CD is Vibula.
Okay. So
it's like a mix.
yeah. So that is right here. In complete note, you see. So type of Vutta Gāthā. So this is first line. Patama Bara is first line. So in the first line, ya. But in the second line, the ja. Oh, okay. This one is related to this one. In the first line is ya. Second line is ja. Sorry. So I need to change this ra. Okay. So here first line instead of ya, instead of ra sa. So at the time, not complete ra vibula. So that is why here the first line ma, but the second line ya. So that is called the Patama Makara Vibula. In the first line only. So and also in the first line ya, but in the third line ma. At the time, special one is ma. That ya Makara Vibula. So based on that structure here, we can say exactly so a stanza is Daddiya Rakara Vibula. The first one is here Yaja. Oh, wait. Here Ya, here Ja, and here Ra, here Ja. So the structure of this one is Ya, Ja, and the Ra, Ja. So the different one, special one is that Ra. So that is the exactly we can say Daddiya Rakara Vibula. Daddiya Ra Vibula or Ragara Vibula also. Exactly, traditionally we say. Okay. But in the, you know, in Sarah Ananda Jodi book, so he said this is but first one is, you know, Siloka Bhattaya. That one is Nakara Vibula, not Na Vibula. Oh, that is, sorry, it's here. Ra Vibula, you see?
Yeah.
So the first part is related to the Bhattaya. The second part, second 2 line is related to the Ra Vibula. So that is to understand here, Sayadaw said, Siloka Bhattaya or Bhattaya. So the first part is Bhattaya, the second part is Ragara Vibula.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so and then the other question is, so the 8 types of Gana, the Bana, Yama, Jasarata, and then you said that according to the Myanmar tradition, you know, it's easy for memorization. For the Ba is Pulani. So the question is, does it mean anything, or it's just some random words putting together?
Actually, it has meaning, but I could not remember. Sorry. So for example, so they are also related to the same traditional belief. So Bula mi, bu is Bagana. La is the moon. So that is bu stand for the Bagana. So La stand for the moon or the deity who lives on the moon. And also Mi is a name of the constellation, Mikasha constellation. So that is in that Bagana, in that Bagana related to the deity of the moon, and so connected with the Mikasi constellation. So that is, so based on that sign, so for good sense and for bad sense.
I see. Okay.
In this way, but I could not remember all of that in detail.
Okay.
In this
Okay.
example.
Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Okay, so that is why, you know, in given the name of the building or a name of a person, so based on that one, so for example, my name is, so Issariya. Okay, here 4 syllable Issariya. So when you check that one, so what kind of kana? So other day in 4 syllable, so the last one remove, just Issari. So that is Bulami Bagana. E, sa, and the re. The last one remove. But in 5 syllables, so the first one also drop, or the last one also drop. Only middle 3 we count or we check as a kana. In this way, so Bagana, so my name is based on that Bagana. That is why my name is good for me. Or maybe the traditional belief, so my name can bring blessing to me in this way.
I see. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sayadaw.
Okay, any question? So, okay, if you remember.
Sorry, Sayadaw.
Okay. No,
so according to the analysis, so we use like a 2-1-2-1-2 or 1-2-2. So for example, if we want to write a poem, like a Pāļi poem,
yeah.
So how can we know what kind of Gāthā we have to use?
Sorry.
If we want to write a Pāļi poem, Pāļi Gāthā, so how
okay.
how can we know what type of Gāthā we should use?
Okay, so here Yaja Bhattaya, what you see? That is the sign for the Bhattaya. So if you want to form the Bhattaya poem, so you need to write your Pāļi poem under this construction, Yaja. So Ya means in the first line and third line after the 4th syllable, there will be Ya. And Ja means in the second line and 4th line after the 4th syllable, there will be Ja. So if your poem is consistent with this structure, so your type is, you know, Bhattaya Vada. So in this way, you need to know what type of one. So that is this is, you know, shown on the Vada type. So all of that, the after 4th syllable, so there will be all of the Ya kana. So that is Vada. Oh, that is very strict. So to be all of them are Ya, very strict. But in other way, you can change. Instead of Ya, Ma, Na, Ba, or something, one of them. So at that time, a kind of Vibula. So exactly we can say if Ma Gara Vibula, if Ba Gara Vibula, and so on. So based on that one, you can form. You can write.
I see. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. Any question? Okay, no more. So if no more, so let's stop for today. Please try to remember these 8 syllable, 8 kanas. Anyway, you remember, okay. So in, on the way of Bulam, or by way of Bulami, or by way of 211, or anything, okay, no problem. But so just to remember, because you know we will analyze all of the stanzas under the word to Gāthā. All of them are based on this type, with that type. So if you remember those signs, so you can understand easily my lecture, my teaching. Okay, if no question.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Let's stop.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Thank you, Sayadaw. Sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.